Hello everyone, this is Mark Leibovitz, and yes, you've been listening to the theme from my favorite movie, The Ten Commandments, and you are looking at the order page for the Esignal indicator for the volume reversal tool, and you can order that at vrtrader.com. It is no longer available directly on eSignal, but you can purchase it directly from us, and we connect you with the eSignal platform. You go to VR add-ons or to any of the eSignal icons that you see at the vrtrader.com screen. We tend to use the sequential indicator on these videos, which post all positive and negative VRs, but there's also the directional version, which filters out repetitive VRs, and the 2-day version, which is based on the premise that following a VR, you tend to get follow through for 1 or 2 bars in the direction of the volume reversal. But I like to use a sequential because it shows just about everything. So you have to go directly to our website and order the indicator, and I believe it's $99 a month for that indicator. My homepage looks like this if you haven't seen it, where we offer my silver, platinum, gold letter, my annual forecast model report, device letter, and my book, The Trader's Book of Volume. Jumping to the screens here, they're a little slow with internet over the weekend, but we're going to be looking first at the weekly chart for the Spiders ETF Gold Trust. And many of you know that I try to tie in the 533 stochastic with the VR indicator, and I decided to use the weekly charts this week because sometimes you got to step back and see what's really going on here. And as you can see from the beginning of the year, positive VR came in, rising stochastic, and then it accelerated and it became a bigger move here with gold in the last several months. And for the most part, we had nothing but positive volume reversals the whole way until the last few weeks where we started to generate negative volume reversals. And you can see the 533 stochastic has been turning south. So though I have to call myself a bigger picture bull on gold, we've had a $300 move, and with the volume negative and with the stochastic in the downtrend, I pretty much have stepped aside here. And I guess if we break out to the upside above all those highs, then I'll have to reconsider my position. But ideally, you'd want to see a positive volume reversal, rising stochastic. So for that reason, I'm looking to buy under the market and hopefully wait for a signal. You got to be patient sometimes. You don't always get the signals you want when you want them. And as you can see on the screen in front of you here, when the signals came in, you did have that opportunity. I just put up First Majestic Silver AG on the weekly chart, and as you can see, this stock has had a huge run here from the beginning of the year. Positive volume reversals all the way up. There was one negative VR here. Let's see here. That occurred in April, or late March and April, but the stochastic wasn't clear there. So if you did exit, which I might have as a trade at that time if I was trading AG at that time, you had a positive VR a couple of weeks later, which would have gotten you back in. But as a general rule, you want to see the stochastic confirm. But as you can see now, most dramatically in the last 3 weeks, a negative volume reversal came in off the top. We did have the declining stochastic, and look at the size of the move we had here from $2 to almost $20. So this may have been a bottom. This is your 200-week moving average here. And again, it could have bottomed. That's a big correction. But ideally, from what you just heard before, I like to see that stochastic rising or at least neutral. And I like to see some positive volume come into the upside. Of course, if AG decides to turn right around and break out to new highs, well, it's not going to happen in one day. But if that did, then we'd have to reevaluate it. And if a positive VR occurred and we had a rising stochastic, but again, this is a weekly chart, so we'll have to watch the daily charts for a better sense. Maybe a little bit more of a bounce here, but I can't call a turn in AG or GLD at the moment, again, because of the patterns you see in front of you. So just give you a little bit of an update here of what I'm looking at in the gold market, and hopefully we'll get a little clearer signal and viewpoint here in the next several days or weeks. And I appreciate you tuning in, and we'll be back with you with a little bit of an insight in the next week or so. Thanks for tuning in to my vrtrader.com tutorial.